Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. This Java object-oriented programming playlist. We will learn OOPS concepts step by step. This Java OOPS programming session number 54. Why do we need polymorphism? If you are serious about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Please click the bell icon and select all notifications. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. So far, we have discussed about what is my polymorphism, real-time examples of polymorphism. So this is the main important question. Maybe this session will be a lengthy. So please pause the video at some time and then again resume the video. Step by step watch it. That's it's very important concept. Without knowing why we are using these concepts, if you are learning, you will just learn what is what alone. You won't know the reason why we are using this polymorphism concept. So please give high priority to this. So we'll start from the first question: problem without polymorphism. Problem without polymorphism. So this is your main class. In this main class, you're having the main function. So the device type is mobile. Next, what you're doing means using the if-else concept, checking the device type. If the device is equals mobile, it will give the message mobile calling. If it is smartphone, it will give the message smartphone calling. If it is smartwatch, it will give the smartwatch calling. Apart from this, if the device name is different, it will give the output as unknown device. Simple normal program. Okay, so what's the problem with that? We should clear with this. So try to understand the core concepts, what is happening here. So device equal to mobile, you are deciding which device is being used. Which device is being used. So you are checking is device is mobile. Yes, that will be printed. Else if alternative conditions, if condition fails. Else nothing matches, fallback case. That is what you are printing your unknown device. So these are the sample inputs and output will get it. Am I right? So after executing the code, we'll discuss what's the problem with this design. You may think about it. So far, I'm doing this. Then what's the issue? Wait, I will tell you the reason. What's the problem with that? So I'm going to exit the normal code. So the file name polymorphism demo files. See, so normal initialization with the string. I'm going to exit this code now. See, if it is mobile, the mobile will be printed. Mobile calling, or otherwise, if I'm giving the smartphone, it'll give first it will check so smartphone is equivalent to mobile or not. Definitely not. So the output is that is the first of all the condition is failed. It'll give the message as a smartphone. It is present, no. Case sensitive. See the P here is a small letter, that is a lower case, here capital letter. So automatically the all the conditions are failed. At last we'll give the message like unknown device. Now I'm going to change it as a smartphone with a lowercase letter. It'll give the message as smartphone calling. Next, what's problem with this? This is what your question. Am I right? So every time a new device is added, you must modify this if-else block. You should modify this if-else block. So code becomes automated. Am I right? So assume that now we are having the options like four options. Plenty of options are coming. That is 10 names are coming, laptop or desktop, something is coming like this. Assume that. Are you going to type like this? 10 or 1000 names are coming. Are you going to use your files or elif one by one are going to check it? Definitely, it's a difficult one, tedious process. You'll get the output, but it is a tedious process. Am I right? That's what we are mentioning it as a ought to maintain, not scalable. if more number of names are coming or more devices, that is a more names, since more devices are coming, it is not scalable. Am I right? So scalable in the sense you have to maintain even 1,000 or 10,000, if its size is increasing, you have to maintain it or manage it, but it's a quite tedious process. So it is violating the open close principle. What is that open close principle? All these things we'll discuss. Just wait. Okay. So for a reference alone, just I'm telling now, open close principle in the sense, if it is open, the code is open, you are typing and then closing, you are testing it. After closing the logic, you are testing it. Fine. But again, if you're adding some more devices like desktop or laptop, if you're typing like this, again the code should test from the scratch. Am I right? Equals, 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 it will check. So you are violating the open close principle concept. If it is open, at last you have to close it. That's it. Once closed, you should not open it. Am I right? So that is what the open close principle. But you are violating that. After closing everything, again some devices is coming, you are adding and then you are testing from the beginning. It's not a right method. Got it? So what is happening here? So line by line we already discussed. I can skip this. So you are manually checking. We already mentioned clearly. You are manually checking one by one whether it is equivalent to smartphone or a smartwatch. One by one you are checking. It's not a right one. So the real problem is you are not using the objects properly. You are controlling behaviors using if else. That is not a object-oriented programming concept. Am I right? So all the methods a data members should be accessed and controlled using only the objects. Objects should play, not these control statements. Here you are giving the authority to the control statement. That is elif here. It's not a proper oops concept. Am I right? So you are not using objects properly here. This is the problem here. Next, why this is bad? Problem one, tight coupling. Your logic is directly connected to all device types. See here, ob- what is the tight coupling means? Depends upon your this logic equals of the device type only. Your logic this system dot out dot println is executing. If it is smartphone, mobile phone, smartwatch, so that's why you're clearly explaining that. Even if you're adding the new device, tablet or laptop, port size also increasing. You are saying if this type, do this action. If it is a mobile, it will execute this. If it is a smartphone, you execute this. Line number 15, smartphone calling. You are telling like this. Instead of, okay, you are telling like this. If this type, do this action. Instead of what it'll do, hey object, you decide what to do. The object should decide this, which function should execute or which business logic should execute. Object should decide. That's what object, pure object oriented program concept. Am I right? So full code. I'll show you the bad design. So two new devices are coming. Two new devices are coming. What you'll do? So I go to the Word document and they'll save the time instead of typing this where it is. Just a moment. So two new devices are coming. So add this user D device or D device. Okay, assume like this you are using like this different users using different devices. I will completely copy this and then paste it. So you have initialized like this. Okay, next I'm going to give the methods, tightly couple the method, then only can able to understand instead of telling it in a theoretical way. um, I already copied the code and paste it over here. See here, the methods are here. This brace is not required, plus I have to close it properly. Yes, the problem has been resolved. See here, the main function. I have initialized these names. User A device equal to mobile, smartphone, and then user B device laptop. So what I'm doing is user A. I'm printing make call user A device. So what that user A device contain mobile. So the function will be called from line number 38 to here. The device. What is that? mobile. So it will check whether this device is equal to mobiles. Yes, already the device contain name. What is that? Mobile only. So mobile will be transferred to here. This local variable, the value is passed. So device contains mobile. Device dot equals to mobile means mobile dot equals equal mobile condition is true. So it will give the output as what is that? Mobile calling. Next, another object already created, that is string object user b device smartphone. So here user b is printed. So make call user b device means this smartphone will be passed from function will be called from invoked from line number 41 to line number 5. So the device contain now smartphone. So smartphone equal to mobile means condition failed, control will be transferred to next line number 10. So smartphone is equal to smartphone, yes true. It will print the output as smartphone calling. So I'm executing this code once again, see the output. So user A is mobile calling user B. Similarly, what I explained, the same scenario for remaining thing also user B, user C, D, and E also. So here what is happening means why you are telling us a tight coupling means, see here, this got the tight couple method. I'll tell you the reason. So make call knows all device types here. Make call device make call method knows all device types, mobile, smartphone, whatever it is. If you're adding newly the tablet laptop, so that means one method is tightly connected to every device. This make call is method is connected to all the devices, completely interconnected with this devices. So make call knows all device type, that is one method is tightly connected to every device. So what's the problem with this if you're tightly connected this? See here, add another requirement is coming, add tablet and a tablet. Another one is that is a tablet and a laptop. Two things are coming. You have to assume that this is not present already. Okay, assume like this. It is not present like this and cut those lines. Okay, I'll delete these lines. See here. This is what actually it is present. Now requirement is you have to add the tablet and laptop. So what you have to do? You are going to edit the existing code. Am I right? So you are going to edit the existing code. So now you are adding that is what is that tablet, laptop. So automatically the code size is also increasing. Imagine, so we will get in future few more devices, car system, Alexa device, VR headset, whatever it is. So automatically codes, that is a size will be increased. It's not a readable one. You are dumping everything into this method itself. Make call itself contain all the business logic. So sometimes you forget to give that error prone the sense, sometimes you forget to give some devices like laptop or tablet something because you're writing so lengthy code, because we are all humans, we can do mistakes. So what's the major issue is that why it is a tight coupling means that method contains all the business logic. So completely this make call method only knows all the device types. So based on that call, that is a method called make call only, everything is executing. So if device is X, I will decide what to. This is what we are thinking. But good design thinking is device object. The device object decide what to do. Okay, that object should decide what to do. Don't dump everything into a single method. You should not write everything in a single method. It's not a good practice. You're overdone this. Okay. So this is the problem with this. Real world impact is adding a new feature means risk of breaking older code. Already the code is present. You are increasing the code size. Testing effort increase because once you are completed, assume like this. Once you are completed, you are testing it and then delivering to the client. Afterwards, again you are increasing the devices means you have to do from the you have to do the testing from the scratch. Again, it start from the scratch. You are violating the open close principle, not scalable. Testing effort increases. You are violating the open close principle. I hope now you can able to understand what's the problem with this. You are dumping everything in a single block, or there is a method. So final understanding is this called as a tight coupling plus conditional logic overload. Am I right? Tight everything is depending on this make call method itself, and then adding to that this conditional logic control statements. You are overloading here. elif. You are writing so much of elif. Thousand devices coming. Are you going to write thousand device types? So instead of one method controlling everything, here the superhero is this make call. Instead of giving one method controlling everything, we should give responsibility to the objects. That is called as a polymorphism. We'll discuss. So problem one, we have discussed too many. If you are later you are using. So we can compare with the real-time example. The security guard, you are how you are doing the task in a code means we can compare it the same security guard. This what we are doing this in a day real life also. So if a security guard is checking, if it is student, go left side. If it is a professor or teacher, go right side. If it is a staff upstairs, visitors outside. If under roles, whether the security guard can able to remember all these things, whether the security guard can able to remember all these things 100 roles they are giving impossible to manage. He or she may do mistakes while they're directing. Instead of if it is a visitor, you have to give the direction as outside. But due to many roles you may be confused. The security guard may confuse and then give the wrong direction, go right or left. So like this here also we will forget to give some implementation part also. It's not a right method, difficult to debug it. So problem two is a bad design or to maintain. So this is a simple mobile class they are giving. Okay, example. I already write these codes here. This is a mobile. That method is calling. Next, multiple users using it. How we are using what is it? Else it. I'm just dividing the code. User A is a make call. Okay, user A is a make call. I'm open that also. So that person using the same method. What is that? Yeah, already the mobile class is there. Call method calling. Next, multiple users using it. User A contains the method void make call. So they're creating the object for this mobile class because they would like to access this call method. They would like to invoke this call method. So for that they are creating the object mobile class reference type reference name equal to new mobile. So creating the object and then mobile dot call means this method will be invoked. So this is what we are doing here. So to access this call method, we are creating the object in user A. Next, another user is coming, user B. So they also creating the object for this mobile class method call. Okay, to access this call method for the mobile class, they are creating the object. So object reference variable is mobile. Mobile dot call means it will be invoked here. Calling will be present. Another user is also coming, user C. They are also creating the object for the mobile class to access the call method. Okay, next, the main function, main class is coming here. So we can call this method. I'll take this code already it is present here to save the time. Okay, main app already I think the code is present. Wait, I'll open it. Yes. So now what's the procedure? Unless it should start from the main function. From the main function, I'd like to access the method of user A. So what's the class name? User A. So this class contains the make call. So what's the purpose of calling this make call? Then only user A will call the mobile class method calling. Okay, mobile class method call will be called because of this mobile dot call. Similarly for user B also. So from the main function, I have to create three objects for user A class, user B, user C. You may tell me that so usually what will follow means left side you will use the class name. Am I right? So what's the class name? User A. Some will give the reference variable name. So user A I'm giving here equal to new. So this is what you will follow easily. Am I right? So new right side also just a minute. Yeah, new user A. So we'll follow the user A dot and then typically you'll follow this. Don't bother about the line number 11 tool. Typically you'll follow it. So when it is required means are you going to use this user a reference type dot and then calling any other method, at the time it will be useful. Or accessing user a dot, if you are using the IME number, accessing the data members or methods, at that time you have to initialize like this: user a equal to new user a, and then you can access that user a dot data member, example I'm giving IME number, equal to, or assigning something or accessing something, at the time it is required, or just calling the method make call. So may send a text, so at that time it will be useful. But here it's not required to initialize this object here. That is initialize in the sense to create the reference variable, uh, requirement is not required here. Okay, reason is we are just invoking from the main class. Okay, there is a main class main method. There is no need of creating the object and storing like this. So for that purpose only, I'm not creating this another type of creating the object. Okay, temporarily you are just creating the object alone, you are not storing anywhere. So that's why I'm saving the memory also and time also. I'm just saving the time, memory and time. Simply creating the object new. This is the procedure. Another method. Try to understand the new concepts. You're just creating the object new user a dot make call. So what will happen means this will be connected user a in the sense where it is new user a dot make call. So this is another procedure where this class here in this class what you're doing. Okay, even if you're not creating that default constructor, it will be invoked. Am I right? So new user a dot make call means where continuously where I'm doing that dot make call. So in user a class, we are invoking the make call method. Got it? So then what will happen? I'm creating the object for the mobile class from user a itself. So after creating the object, the reference variable type is mobile. Mobile dot call means it will be connected here. What is printing means calling. Similarly, you can go for user B class also, creating the object for the user B class and then calling method make call. So user B class is here, make call from this line number 7 to here what is it, line number 4 in user B. Method will be invoked, communication is connected. So what is happening, I'm creating the object and then mobile dot call means from here we'll create the object for this mobile class and then invoke the method call. So mobile dot call means from line number 6 to line number 4 it will be called, so output is calling. Similarly we can go for user C also. So new learning to you today. Am I right? So what is the procedure to create another way of creating the object? So I'm temporarily creating the object and it will be invoked. It is not storing anywhere. Okay, this there is no reference type. Is pointing to that. Directly you are just creating the object. Okay, you are saving the memory and time also. So three times calling is printed because of user A object, user B and user C. I hope you are clear this. Next, what is the requirement changes here? New rule is coming. Call only if sim is active. Because I hope you can able to guys understand that I'm telling from the scratch why we are using that. That's why we are getting this much of depth. Try to understand. If it is video size is too length, that is too large, you just pause the video, take a break, and then again you can see it continuously. If you're there may be difficulties in that seeing that. Okay, just pause the video and after some time again you can continue this, because you should know why we should use these polymers concepts, what are the do and don'ts we should try to understand. Okay, so new rule is coming back to the topic. New rule is only call only if sim is active. So what will do, modify the existing code. So in each and every, because what's the task, call only if sim is active, should not directly hereafter call this call method. So what you're doing, so you're setting the conditions, sim is active equal to true only, that mobile dot call should be connected. So for that purpose, I'm changing the code like this. Go to the user A. Here, do this process. So what is the condition they are asking? You should not directly call here after. What you have to do? That is sim is active only should call. Sim is active only should call it. So for that purpose, I'm setting here. Similarly, I have to do the all this operation for remaining methods also. In user B, user C, So if it is three classes, not an issue. Okay, first I'll exit this code, check sim is active only, call should be connected. So here from user a dot make call means call, that function be invoked here. You are creating the object, but setting the sim is active is true. You are ensuring that sim active is true only. This mobile dot call will be connected. So that's why you are getting the call. Otherwise, if it is false, in user a, if it is false, check it out. This method will not be invoked because the condition is failed. If for false means condition is failed. User a will not work. Only user B and C will be invoked. Can you able to see this? So if it is three classes, not an issue. 100 devices or 100 users are there. You are writing the same code. I'm right. Each and every time you are writing the same code in all the users file. Am I right? It's a tedious process. Am I right? Same logic repeated here. This is not a good programming practice. Reusability is not available here. 100 classes means 100 changes. There is 100 classes. There is 100 users are means you are going to change it 100 classes. 1000 means 1000. If you forget one place, it's a major problem. Am I right? So assume that I'm not giving this logic itself. If I forget to give checking that whether the mobile sim is active or not, then it's a bigger issue. Am I right? Without checking itself, I'm allowing everything. So without KUC, I'm providing the sim to all the peoples. It's a major problem. Am I right? Same procedure they're telling here. So key understanding, logic is scattered everywhere. We are repeating here, not centralized on only one time. We are not using each and every class we are using or to maintain. These are the problems we are facing. So what is the solution? So please stay tuned. In the next session, we'll give the clear picture. So far, we have tried in a complete wrong way method. As a beginner, what all the mistakes you will do, all these things I have clearly explained. You are just like that. If you know the method name and then how to create the object, just like that you are calling the method. You should not use like this. For that purpose only, we provided a detailed explanation. So what is the problem with the normal elif condition? What is the problem with the your repetition, the same code in the methods in various classes? All these ways we have discussed. Okay. The next session will give the proper solution. If the session is found useful, then like the video and please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.